Yo, what is up, everybody? We are back for the kickoff of season 60. Oh my goodness, so much fun. This war, first war of the season, so we got a little bit of jitters, but we're gonna stay calm, and we are going to trust in our champs. I am bringing Prowler, Shang, and Iron Fist. Iron Fist obviously just for the synergy, and Prowler, my newest rank 4, so I was like, let's go, I get to bring the GOAT. And he is for this Node 9 Sentinel. So, obviously, this is Blood in the Water, Hazard Shift, Rupture, Bleed, and then Power Efficiency. So the idea with Sentinel is that with his own power efficiency, like from his charges, thingies, his specials cost reduced power. On top of power efficiency, he basically doesn't lose power. At least that's what I think. I've never actually seen someone take this without an actual counter to it. But then, yeah, obviously Prowler, perfect answer for it, because every time he throws a special, his power goes to 0. So, the plan is pretty simple. I just have to play it slow. Unfortunately, I can't do it in a 1 minute flashy Prowler fight. That's totally fine. Just gonna go for, my plan was 2 SP2s would kill him. We'll see how that goes. There, get the first SP2 off, take him to 65%. I was like, okay, maybe not gonna be 2 SP2s. But then again, I had 5 ruptures on that one. I'm confident I can get more. Here, when he's in rupture phase, I'm obviously using my lights to make him more passive. That way I don't get myself cornered. Although it's not the biggest deal to get cornered against Sentinel, because he doesn't do much to you. His specials, you can just block him. Especially with Prowler, I can just block his SP2 as well, because I'm Incinerate immune. Obviously, his SP1 is nothing. Actually, his SP1 applies a heal block through your block, so that'll count for, Blood in the Water, but I'm not really concerned about that. Here, I'm going to get a fresh Incinerate. The good thing about using the lights is I don't have to hit his block to manage spacing as much as possible, which basically means you saw the whole time there I was able to keep him at 0 power. So as soon as it switched back to Bleed, I was able to get the Incinerate on him. And here, yeah, I'm just going to try and bait a special here, which he gladly does. And then the last armor falls into the timing of, my power lock. And I will say, Sig 200's Prowler definitely kills this guy in 2 SP2s, unless you get really bad RNG, I suppose. But mine is unduped, which, yes, I'm aware that's ridiculous, but I just love Prowler as a character so much. Not even a champ, just a character, so I was like, I gotta take this guy up as soon as I get him. And yeah, 2 minute 20. Not the fastest fight, not the slowest. All good. Then we have Node 18 Nick Fury with Shang. I've taken this fight before. It's pretty chill. The idea is, obviously, Shang on Hazard Shift is cleanses, reset, repeat. And for this Nick Fury specifically, the goal is to just never let him go unblockable. That's it. In his first life, this is going to be a little more challenging. But in the second life, I'll break it down when we get there. Here, I'm trying to go for 5 hit into his block, followed by heavy, to maximize the amount of charges I get per, cleanse. I'm also trying to not hit him much while building his power, and that's obviously just to manage his tactical charges. Something I should mention here, because it's going to be relevant in a bit, is I'm not running power backs, because he has a node where when you cross a bar of power, it gets you indestructible. So if I had power backs, as soon as I threw the SP2, the first hit would have pushed me to a bar of power, and the rest of it would have just gone indestructible. So here, yeah, this is kind of where the fight you have to be locked in, I guess. I'm just going to reparry him a bunch and try and build charges by perfect blocks or perfect dexes, which I'm decent at against Nick Fury. I didn't honestly practice it as much as I should have, but I'm just repairing him here, because every time you parry, you remove a tactical charge off him. Here, he's actually at 10, so if he threw the SP1 there, I would have eaten it. But it's okay, it wouldn't have killed me. And yeah, just SP2 here, and he's dead. A little bit lucky at the end, but never in a threat of dying. And now this is where I make the mistake. I didn't throw on power backs for this fight, which obviously the right call, but I forgot that I didn't. So going into my next two fights, I don't have power backs. Jesus, I might be stupid. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I don't have power backs. My next two fights, classic Path 4. Good old home sweet home, you could say. Up first, we have Void on 22. And next, we have Null on 31. Honestly, I much prefer fighting Null on 31 than Dust on 31, because I can just use Shang for Null. So yeah, I even look at my boost there. Well, I was looking to check if I still had the invul, but I look at my boost there, I should have noticed I don't have the power backs. But for this fight, I'm going to kill him in 1 SP2, so it doesn't matter. I especially have Iron Fist, so even easier to just absolutely nuke these guys. The Void, I'm just going to do my normal rotation. In off-season, I tried something new, and I was like, oh, I like this. This is good. And then here, I'm like, okay, just, I don't know. It wasn't tested enough, so I was like, whatever, let's just stick to the basics. That puts me just below 3 bars, how I wanted it to. Gets me 2 Furies for my SP2 from the node. Whenever you cleanse a debuff on this node, you get a Fury, and I'm cleansing the taunts that come with crossing a bar of power. And now this is the fight where power backs matter, and I quote-unquote needed them. It would have made it easier, and there's a literal point in the fight where there's one point in the fight where I'm literally looking at my power, I'm like, I feel like I should be at an SP2 here. I feel like every other time I was at an SP2 here, but it's okay. So, doing my normal thing here, get the first combo into his block, medium, medium, heavy, and now I'm just going to go for the second one into his block. I accidentally intercept him, but that's totally fine. I know both rotations, I can mix and match them. So now, just bait his SP2, and yeah, I'm going to repeat what I just did. Get the first combo into his block. Really, the first combo is the one that matters. But even if I accidentally intercept him with that, I know what to do. Here, I actually hit his block, so I officially didn't suck, which is always good. And now, bait his SP2, and I'm just going to cleanse into my SP2. I'm not going to cleanse into my SP2, okay? All good. Here, I would be at an SP2. Like, if I just medium, light, medium, I'd be at an SP2. And here, I was like, wait, what do I do after this point? And I was like, oh my god, I don't have power back. So I was like, I normally just SP2 him here. So, I'm just sitting here like, damn, what do I do? I'm just hard holding block, hoping he doesn't throw the SP1. If he did, realistically, I would have lost 20% of my health and then killed. But here you can see the darkness are stacking up actually, because and each of them are reducing my combat power rate. So that's why I didn't get to the SP2 there. That's why you need power backs here. It's just because the longer the fight goes, the less power you get. So you just want to quickly nuke him. But anyways, yeah, I was able to kind of adapt in the moment to it and recover. No damage taken. Totally cool. Now, see, I was like, okay, don't have power packs. Good to know. I absolutely want them for the next two fights, so get them on the team. All right, next we have a classic, no 38 Shocker. I don't really play it that well, but it's kind of I mean, the only way you really die to this fight is if he hits you with a 13 prowess SP1, so just, I don't know. Even though obviously it's an easy SP1 to dex, and I know that, every time he throws that thing, my life just flashes before my eyes. Because I'm like, yep, if that connects, that is a 500k SP1 to my face. Like, he will absolutely one-tap my soul. And here, like, I'm pretty sure I dash back. No, not this one. I think it's the next one. This next one, he's going to have, like, 14 prowess or something ridiculous. I think. Let's see, what am I waiting for? Oh, I'm waiting for the clean slate thingy to fall off, but then I was like, okay, the ebb and flow timer is about to reset, so my stun would have gotten purified, so I was like, okay, let's just chill. And here, yeah, he has like, what? Oh, I do a couple hits to get some prowess off him, but he still has 9. Oh no, it wasn't this one. Man, Man, where was it? We're about to find out together. So I get the first SB2 off, and his health goes absolutely down the drain. So I'm like, oh, perfect. One more SB2 and he's gone. Man, I'm trying to think. I swear there's one point where I was like almost not locked. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just chilling. I don't know, to be honest. Maybe it was here? I don't think so. No. Okay, never mind. I guess I was just jumpy in the fight, but no, yeah, there was no real like risky point. That was chill. Up next, we have another classic, Node 42 Jess. And this time it's gonna go a little awry, if you will. So basically with this fight, there's like two trains of thought, really. You can either use half suicides, which gives you a little less damage, but it means your first medium light medium will cleanse everything on you, even if you get like the worst RNG possible. Or you run full suicides and just hope the like 6% chance doesn't proc twice. So the 6% chance procced twice, which we will see here. So I go medium light medium, and I'm like, oh, she's unblockable. But I was literally looking out for that. And honestly, the thought process is just like, I would rather have the damage. Like, as you can see, I kind of know what I'm doing there. Like, I know how to play around that. And the good thing is, I stopped the timer. I was like, okay, perfect. Since we waited, we danced around a little bit. I actually had time to time my SP2 with the fumble and ensnare coming back. So I was like, okay, perfect. Now I can just bait these. Go for a full combo. Medium, light, medium. Then slow her. And evaporate her off the face of the planet. So yeah, little bit sketchy. I mean, most of my damage, I think... Well, no. Half of it was, like, from the bleed. Yeah, like, 30% of it. Half of it was power sting and then some recoil. But that's fine. I don't mind. A little bit of damage taken, but it was only 38 seconds. That's only 2 seconds slower than my PB, so... And those 2 seconds were probably just me dashing back at the start. But yeah, the important thing is just knowing that can be a possibility and being able to, like, shallow dex there so you don't actually trigger the dex buff before she dashes back. Other than that, not a huge deal. And like I said, I would rather have the damage instead of like that little extra bit of safety, I guess. But yeah, guys, first war didn't die. Like, woohoo, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, pretty fun one. Hopefully the next one will be just as good. So yeah, thank you guys. I will see you later.